we stick together and we make sure that we get our fair share, because it is important and we have to stick together on this. And I want to thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for being here.
Now we're going to hear from the Veteran Affairs. This has recently been approved in Marquette County by a millage, but the ability of that program to succeed in delivering service to veterans could be undercut by this. So our speaker now is Craig Salo, who will speak about Veterans Affairs.
So thank you very much, and I'm honored to be here today. And again, my name is Craig Salo, and I am the Marquette County Veterans Service Officer. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank all the veterans that are present here tonight. And I know our ranks are filled, so thank you very much. So as mentioned, we're kind of the new kids on the block. We established our department in February of 2015. So the reality is it's like building an airplane in flight. The establishment of policy, procedure, resources, and of course, our number one mission is to take care of veterans. Our core mission in reality is that we are going to assist veterans and their families obtaining local, state, and federal benefits that they've earned. They've earned them on the fields of battle in Okinawa, in Cheopyeong-ni, Korea, in Panama, in Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, and countless other areas where our government has sent our troops, whether they were volunteers or they were drafted, to go fight for our country. And in Marquette County, there happens to be about 6,500 veterans, with a county population right around 67,000. And I know I shouldn't do any math in public, but it's a pretty darn high percentage, about 10%. So think about this, less than 1% of our nation's population has served or currently serves in the armed forces. Yet we have 10% in Marquette County. So the reality is we have a population that needs assistance. And why do they need assistance? Because quite honestly, the federal government and the Veterans Affairs Department of the federal government is broken. All you got to do is turn on the news. It doesn't matter. It could be NBC, CBS, Fox, and I guarantee at least once every 2 weeks, you're going to see an article or an expose on the problems that the VA has. They're well documented. So we have a requirement to help veterans navigate their way through the bureaucracy of the VA. Education benefits, health care benefits, service-connected disabilities, survivor benefits of spouses and family members, pensions, funeral help, burial assistance, VA home loans, VA life insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, it is complicated. It may not be rocket science, but it's darn near close to try and navigate the bureaucracy to take care of our veterans. And what we think the future holds is that we will have a degradation of potential services to our veterans should our tax revenues decrease. It's simple. So I could talk for an hour, but I know I only have 2 more minutes. The reality is you have to have some, not imagination, but you need to be able to close your eyes and think about what the future looks like. And you say, what if? So what if we lose the ability to take care of a surviving widow and help her apply for a widow's pension? What if we lose the ability to support a veteran that needs heating assistance in the middle of February? What if we lose the ability to facilitate a veteran obtaining needed mental health care? What if we lose the ability to help coordinate for the construction of wheelchair ramps or home improvement modifications for our combat wounded veterans that live in Marquette County? And lastly, what if we lose the ability to fully support the ability for a spouse and a surviving family member to fully receive survivor benefits, funeral benefits, burial benefits? It's kind of a bleak outlook, but that's the reality of it. You have to have the resources to take care of the respective population of veterans in Marquette County. And as mentioned, it's a fairly large population. So again, for all the veterans here, thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Tara Fulsher. She's going to be talking about the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority.
Thank you. As you may know, the Iron Ore Heritage Trail is a 47-mile, multi-use, year-round interpretive transportation and recreation corridor from Chocolate to Republic, and we tell our unique iron ore heritage story to the rest of the world. And it's your story about taking that rock out of the earth, shipping it to the harbor, sending it to the steel mills, and building this country. So that's what we've been doing since you voted us in back in 2010. We've been taking your money and we've been plowing it back into building this trail. And we're still working on that. And this year we have 5 more miles of trail we're building, and we budget very close to the bone. So this year we budgeted a $5,000 net income. Not a lot of money, a wiggle room, right? In June we got an invoice to pay back $5,000 or more back to these dark stores rebates. So what do you do then? I mean, seriously, you have to live really, so all of our maintenance and anything else, that we can't do it this year. We're gonna push it off to next year, and then what happens when more of these dark stores come or something else happens? It'll be pushed back. So who wants to build a 47-mile trail that can't be maintained? I'm mad. And the worst part then is going forward. So for every dollar we've taken from you, we've gotten $4 more in grant funding, pots of money that are out there for us to use to build this trail. When we don't have that money, we can't feed the community how we've been feeding them with the contractors that have built the trail, the artists that we use to do the artwork, the signage companies that are out there, the fabricators. We've taken that money and we spent it locally. When we don't have that, some other community is going to get it, and it's not going to be us. And that's because of what's happening. So you don't even have to use your yellow or red card.
I think what we're seeing tonight is how we have really large programs and middle-sized programs, smaller programs, all severely impacted by this. And now in the next 2 speakers, we have roads and schools. I mean, now there you got some really big ones. And the first we're talking about is Jim Iwanicki on roads and the Marquette County Road Commission. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Little correction, Jim Iwanicki. I'm the engineer manager of the Marquette County Road Commission, and I'm kind of the stepchild on this panel because roads are funded generally with when you fill up at the pump with gasoline or diesel, or when you register your vehicle. That's how the Marquette County Road Commission is funded. We do not directly get any of your property tax. So why the heck, Road Commission, are you talking on this panel? Because we partner with our townships. And we have 14 of our 19 townships that have millages for roads. And those 14 townships, along with the other 5, give us about $2 million a year out of about a $15 million budget of local property tax money that goes to the road system here in Marquette County. The state gives us about 5.9 million that we deal with to run the County Road Commission. And you can see $2 million is significant coming from your local property taxes. So that's the impact. You heard today that this dark store issue might mean a 60% reduction in property taxes. What does that mean? I will do some math because I'm an engineer. All right, that means we're going to lose about $1.2 million if those local units of government have to prioritize to police and fire and other services that are vitally important to make those communities run. What does $1.2 million mean? I can paint a mile of road with about that much blacktop, and that costs about $100,000. That's about 12 miles of road that doesn't get addressed in the county. That's significant for everybody here. All right.
How many miles of road again?
We got 1,252 that I take care of. So again, that's a significant impact to the community and to those local residents. And that's something that, again, as a road commission, we aren't directly involved, but with our partnership with the townships are very important, and we count on the townships and those local units of government to give us the road system that we have right now. And without that contribution, it will not be as good as it is. That's about all I got. So, yellow card stays in.
Jim,
Visit mqtfairshare.org for further information on how the rulings of the Michigan Tax Tribunal are negatively impacting communities across the state and what you can do to help solve this problem.